Hello, my fellow colleagues. This is a program to update ourselves on C++ statements. So let's go to this tab. So you can see on the screen. So this is a website that you can use to learn programming by yourself. But if you need, but there are some things that you need an expert to guide you by this. For example, what is a C++ statement? Now that we said a computer program is a list of input instructions to be executed by a computer. So there are two things: instructions, that is what commands. In other words, we call commands. Instruction and commands. Executed. Executed means to perform a certain work. So in computer programming, you give the computer an assignment or a task, or you give it a command, or you give it an instruction, and then it follows the instruction and executes your task. That's the whole function of a computer. Now let's move on. In a programming language, these programming instructions are called statements. So in coding, every line is a statement. So you get to know the true meaning during the practical. Now the following statement instructs into brackets. That is, it commands the compiler to print the text in double quote "Hello world" to the screen. In my previous lesson, I told you that when you want to output a string is a group of words or a word. So a string like "Hello world" is put into double quotation marks, but a character, let's say H, A, B, T, that is the alphabet from A, B, C, D up to Z. To be execute those characters, you need what? Only one quotation mark, the single one. So let's try it and see. So W3 School website is a website that can guide you step by step to learn the concept C++. So let's try it ourselves. So as I've already explained, the preprocessor command include #include in less than greater than IOS string using namespace std. Then you bring your semicolon, then int main into brackets, and we have already explained this. Now the next is the curly bracket. Now inside the curly bracket is where you type your code. So the code there is cout in double quote "Hello world." So when we run this, the output will be what is in the quotation mark, because the cout is used to output a string or a data or information on the screen for the user. As I explained, that the opposite is the send. The send is used to take input from the user. Now let's try and edit what is inside the "Hello world" to our own choice. So let's say how are you doing? I think an exclamation mark here. Can I look at it? Yeah. So let's run it and see. So have you seen that as we change what is inside the cout, that is what is inside the string, it is what has been displayed here. Now let's continue. Now it is important that you end the statement with a semicolon, as I explained already. If you forget the semicolon, an error will occur and the program will not run. For example, so you are going to try another example. So this is the statement that we ran and it has given us error. Why is the error? So you can see that there is an error. And where is the error? The error is telling us that on the fifth line, that is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is this line. The empty space there is a line, but we didn't write anything there. And that line too, you can clean it. It's not necessary. If you run it, the same error will appear. So I want us to identify the error and then solve it. Have I lose connection? Sorry for the delay and my network has bro, let's run the code again and see. So have we seen that the same error has appeared, telling us that the line 4, as I deleted the line in between the first and the second line, we now have the first line as include iOS stream using namespace std. The second line, the third line is int main, and the fourth line, it is indicating that the fourth line, there's a mistake with the fourth line and it says cout hello world. So the question is, and the error says error expected what into brackets column before return. So it means this place, that is the cout hello world. We have to, it is a statement, so we have to what end it. Otherwise, it will be considered as what a complete statement, including the return 0, and which will give us error because we want to output the string hello world to the screen. So let's use the column. Now let's run it and see if the error will be gone. Right, so we have seen that this is how we input and output statements in C++. Let's come back to the main statement. Now, many statements, there are so many statements. You can have, or you can write so many statements, about 1,000 statements without anything. So for example, try this. So let me copy it and then let me use this try editor. So let me delete everything and then this is what I copied. So what I copied is cout hello world column, cout have a good day column, return 0, that is to terminate the code. meaning you